Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast. All the stuff we didn't get to during the course of the show today, including this thing and that thing and some other things. A lot of stuff. A lot of this.
It's way too specific here.
Yeah, sorry about that. Didn't mean to bludgeon you with information. No, there was something I was like, I wanted to talk about something like personally, and then I forgot what it was. That's happening more and more to me. I did do a thing when we were talking about long COVID today. We were talking about it off the air and on the show before we got here because it's been like 5 years since COVID. It does not seem like that long ago to me. I don't think.
Last time you had it, that was when you showed up here in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Early in the morning.
Yeah.
And I drove up and you were sitting in your truck.
That's at the end of COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, but you were sitting in your truck. It was dark outside. It's 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
I pull up and you're still sitting in your truck and your truck is running. And I'm like, well, that's odd. I get out of my car, grab my backpack, and you're like, Rock, I don't feel good. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll see you there in a minute. I'll see you inside. And he's like, no, I'm being serious. I don't feel good. I'm like, okay, sure. Buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go.
Yeah.
But then you just went on and on. You're just like, I'm pretty sure I have COVID. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I even was like, I'm going inside. And then Gavin drives up, and I'm like, he says he's sick, whatever. Come on, let's get started. Like, we're running out of time to get the show prepped. And you're like, I'm serious. I'm going to head home. Like, okay, well then call me. FaceTime me when you're in your driveway because I still don't believe you. I would even believe you pulling out of the parking lot of the station and driving to the interstate to sell the joke enough to turn around and then come back and be like, gotcha.
But no, I actually did have it, and I didn't want to come in and touch everything because I didn't feel like I'm functional, but I didn't want to touch everything, and then everyone's like, oh my gosh, you gave us all
very mature of you.
COVID.
And I want to say it was leading up to a support drive too.
I think it was.
Yes.
It was sort of that impacted the decision a little bit too. And it might have been that
because I had just got back.
About to be born.
I had just got back from somewhere, and then I had to take the 2 days off as a result of that too, because I didn't want to take that off, and then I came in.
But are you saying that you?
Oh no, I've had it twice. I think I had it twice.
You've had it twice.
Yeah, go. That was the first
Only
time.
one of us has tiger blood.
I know.
And that's
tiger
me.
blood.
Gavin had it 14 times.
Yeah.
Before it was even known.
Now. What are you talking about?
I am COVID.
I did read a thing today.
It's my fault.
Well, no, I read a thing today that COVID, they were trying to figure out when it started and when it came to the U.S. And now the CDC had the first case at like January 20th.
Gavin saying patients here.
Well, I will tell you this.
In Washington or something.
They had it they came in through Seattle, I think, and then into Washington. But like they had it like January 20th. Now they're saying they think that it was more prevalent and people just didn't know what it was as early as November of just the year before. And that would make sense to me. Because if that was true, I think I had it early. Because one time I had the worst flu I'd ever had. I was coming home I was on a plane. I was sweating. When I got there, I couldn't move my arm. I was in so much pain.
And then he came to work.
I came to work the next day. And then
you just gotta.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta buckle up, Buttercup.
Yeah, it was so bad that I'm like, this is not a normal flu for me. And then 3 months later, COVID comes out, and I'm like, I swear I had it early. I wish I could go back and check that and see.
But are you saying that? Going back to probably you forgot how you got started on this, but are you saying your memory loss is due to long COVID?
Yeah. My wife was telling me, she was like, I think it did something to you because you get more fatigued now. And I get tired earlier. I fall asleep at random times. There are times I'm driving home and I can't keep my eyes open.
And we're not
almost.
just going to blame age on that one?
No, I don't think so.
That's not it. That can't be it.
I'm still more active than you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I go to the gym 3 times a week.
Are you really now?
Yeah.
Because you sat out for about a year on that.
I sat out for 2.5 years.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so are you back at the gym now? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about that?
Well, then you are more active than me.
Grandpa.
Yeah, you are more active than me then. But yeah, so I think that I think I might have some effects of that. I know my buddy does. My buddy just passes out at random and can't even catch himself. He just down,
That's not right.
Also,
and I
could
think
be a blood pressure.
Yeah, I don't know.
We have a friend who's still what is it? It's one or the other, but she can't taste or smell.
Oh, really?
She still has issues with tasting or smelling. I can't remember which one it is.
Wow.
But she had COVID 4 years ago, and it's still.
I never had that effect. I had my taste was muted, but it wasn't ever actually gone. But yeah, I heard of other people that had that. I can't believe that's still a thing. That's crazy. Well, if it comes back to me, I'll remember it and bring it up. But anyway,
that long COVID.
Tomorrow is going to be an exciting day
Why?
because
Yes.
we have an outing, a show outing, our next one. We've been saying that we're going to do a movie every month. And this month, we're going to see Final Breath, Last Breath.
it's one of those.
Something about a breath.
Yeah, with Woody Harrelson.
A second to last
An
breath.
underwater
Hold your
guy
breath.
gets caught or gets
It looks-
separated.
Yeah.
I was just watching a
An
TikTok
oil
before we
rig.
started this of a guy under an ice floe, but he doesn't have a scuba tank on. He just has a snorkel, and he's trying to find the breath hole. And I like that would be so disconcerting for me. Like, cause you can't punch through 4-inch ice. You know, he has to get back to it. But that's what this movie will be tomorrow, because it's about some diver that goes down.
Yeah, and Marty's coming with us,
Yeah,
so that'll
yeah.
be fun. Do you remember? I went and I say I went and saw. No, it came on. I think Peacock streaming service, and that's when I watched it. But there was this movie that came out, and you and Zach both were like, "That looks ridiculous. That looks stupid." Which, I mean, given that is, I don't have a good track record when it comes to movies.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Abraham Lincoln Zombie Killer or
yes,
something
I
like that.
remember
And
that.
it was
Yeah.
terrible.
It was everything you thought it would be.
Anyway, there was one movie, and I wanted to see it. It was about where these two girls get stuck on a radio tower, like it's called Fall or something, but they go up to the radio tower.
Yeah.
It's super tall, like the tallest in the world. I don't know. And they get up there, and then they lose all communication with people, and they can't get down because the ladder like breaks off. Then they can't get phone reception because they're too high up. Like
okay.
all these things. Anyways, I went and saw it. Guess what?
It's horrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Like, I'm hoping this movie is a good movie. It looks good. I like Woody Harrelson. Well, remember the Blake Lively one, 10 meters or whatever it was, where she's
the
the
shark
shark?
movie.
stuck on a little rock because of a shark. Like,
Those are
oh,
bad,
for
too.
the love.
I like shark movies.
I don't. Like, I
think
saw
it's fun to-
Megalodon, and
Oh, with Jason Statham?
Yeah.
Come on now. That's a good movie.
I couldn't. The surprise in that was the guy from The Office, Dwight.
Brian.
What was his name?
No, Rain.
Rainn
Johnson.
Wilson.
I think it's Wilson.
Yeah. Is it
Oh,
Rainn?
Megalodon.
Megalodon.
Mega something.
Yeah.
The Meg?
The
The
Meg.
Meg.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that-
it. I
yeah.
wanted to see that too, and I never did see it.
I think movies that have really, really simple tropes like that, like we climb to a tower and can't get off,
Yeah.
or we're stuck on a rock and there are sharks, or oh, we're climbing Mount Everest, ooh, we're getting stuck. Like, those are, I think, so simple. They just require no writing.
Right.
It's so easy to make, and so that's why we
Situational.
get so many of them, is because they're like, okay, well, what if two women do blank?
Yeah.
Boom, hour-and-a-half movie, we're good.
Done. Greenlit. We
Done.
got it.
$80 million.
I did see the one called Phone Booth years ago with Colin Farrell, and most of it takes place, it's like a psychological thriller where he's trapped in this phone booth because he can't leave, and somebody's life is on the line if he does something or if he alerts cops or whatever. And that one held my attention, because a lot of times movies that are set in one or two settings don't hold my attention, but the ones that do it well, you don't even realize
The
that,
acting
because
needs to
it's
be
good. Exactly, because it's not
Yeah.
it's not reliant on a ploy
No.
like the tower or
There
the
was-
shark thing.
There was a trailer. I thought it was in the trailer for the last movie we saw about a woman who goes on a date, but when she's on the date, she gets a text.
Yes.
It's like, hey, what's up?
Yeah,
I
was
got
that
your kids at
trailer?
home.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
it's just her at this
Yeah. It
in
didn't
this
look
top
too good to
restaurant.
me.
It
Yeah, and then
looked
she's
awful.
supposed to kill the guy she's on the date with, the
Yeah.
blind date with.
Yeah.
That didn't look good to you?
No.
I liked it because
Oh,
I'm like, I want to know. It's going to be someone. It's not going to be as cool of a reveal as you
Yeah,
want it
it
to
won't be, yeah.
But I like the concept because
Yeah.
it's just so tense. There was another movie I saw kind of like that one, where it was Tom Hardy in a car driving to, like the birth of his kid, but it's like not with his wife. So like he's on all these different phone calls where he's got all these tensions coming from work and from his family and from the person who's having the kid. And you're like, man, this is not a fun
Yeah.
storyline, but also his acting is really good in it. So you're like, okay, I kind of want to see his stress rise.
Also, too, don't forget that we saw the trailer for the new Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah.
We're going to go see
We'll go
that.
see that.
That does look bad,
Like,
though.
what is the most exhausting movie that you've ever seen?
Oh,
I can tell you.
What?
both of them were Well, the last Jurassic Park
No,
movie I saw.
exhausting.
Yeah.
No, how was that one exhausting?
Because it was mentally draining. Like, I want to get out of here. This is the worst movie
If you find
ever.
it consistently like dumb, then
Yeah.
I can see.
No,
that.
I like exhausting to me are the ones that are so heavy that you walk out of that thing and you're just like,
Oh, I know.
my gosh, what?
Mine was it because I walked out of it. It was that heavy. It was Renee Zellweger when she played Judy Garland. I think it was called
Oh,
Judy.
yeah.
I walked out of it.
You left that
yeah,
one.
because it was so heavy.
So heavy and dark.
Which, I mean, her true story is heavy, but I
Right.
guess I just couldn't do it that day.
I
don't
think
know.
I saw one called Crash years ago. It was these cops and they became addicts. And it was just like, oh my gosh, there's nothing good in this.
I thought you would have said that new one that you and Gavin saw, the Zac Efron wrestling one.
Oh my
boxing.
goodness.
Oh, that is
was
another good one.
exhausting.
That
It
was-
just this brother dies. This
Yeah.
brother dies. This brother dies, and he is sad. He is sad. He
Oh,
is sad. It's,
I did walk out of that
what
one.
are you? Why am I doing this?
Yeah, this didn't feel good
And
at
in the end,
all.
you've got his son being like, "I'll be your brother, Dad," and you're like, "Oh
Yeah.
gosh, get out of town."
I don't mind. I don't mind being sad in a movie. I like the
Here,
range
like,
of
in there,
emotion.
not-
Yeah,
ugh.
but the whole thing, you're just like, oh my god.
Yeah, there was a movie when I was in high school called "Perks of Being a Wallflower."
Oh,
And it
Oh,
was
yeah.
one of those little like,
It's got the Harry Potter girl in it.
yeah, Emma
Stone,
Watson,
Riley.
Logan Lerman, and then someone else. But it's just
Logan
one of those
Lerman.
movies where it's just kids in depression.
Yeah.
and everyone's depressed. And
Yeah.
everyone's depressed, and you're like, man, I'm so like I totally remember high school being tough, but also I don't want to watch it now.
Yeah.
Watching it back then gave a lot of high schoolers credence to be like, wait, that's me.
I always wish. Remember the
No offense to anyone who
movie
dealt
and
with
then the TV show 21 Jump Street, where the cop
Those
goes
were
back
funny.
goes back to like high school. I would love a chance, knowing what I know now,
Oh, to relive.
to go back to high school, like and to be a
Absolutely.
high school in the middle of high school again. It would be awesome. Because yes, because you know things. Like back then you didn't know anything, and like the cool kid who now works at Hertz, like you thought he was gonna be the doctor of the group and the smartest guy and like things like that, and you're like, wait a minute, you're no better than me. Like you learn that
It's
these
like-
kids aren't better than you, and
Yeah.
the whole time in high school you think they are, and like I would go back and just own it now, man.
Yeah. If I could go back and relive a couple of those years, and then when they were done, I just kind of came back here.
Yeah.
Then I could go back and I would just go, and I would be so much more confident because I wasn't in high school. I'd go back with so much confidence.
I've always said that the key to getting through high school is confidence. The confidence kids made it through the least scathed.
Uh-huh.
Or if they were scathed, you'd never know it because they're confident and they'd hold that back. But like those were the kids that had the most. Like I didn't have a lot of self-confidence in high school either. Like this job, when I got this job, little man syndrome and a microphone, like I got this job and it gave me way more confidence because it forced me to be confident because people come at you all the time.
Come at
And
me, bro.
yeah, you have to believe in what you do and like that you are good at something. And so when I was in mainstream radio, I was still this small little pipsqueak guy, but like behind the mic and stuff was like, oh my gosh, it gave me a platform and I got super confident, almost too confident. Some might even say arrogant.
What? No.
Yeah, you backed
crazy.
up arrogance with hard work, though.
Back then, yeah. Now I'm less arrogant. You still have to be confident to do this job. You know, I will tell you this, like you'll have meetings with bosses and things like that, and they don't do it on purpose, but they'll undermine your confidence in your decision making sometimes. And you walk out of there and you're like, am I good at this? And the times when I'm the best at this is when I'm like super confident in what I've chosen to put on the air, how I've chosen to do it. Like that's when I'm at my best, and I'm funnier, I'm lighter, and my confidence completely changes the outcome of the day. If I'm ever not confident, if I'm not sure of what I'm doing, the tone is completely different for the show that day. So don't break me down, Spruce,
Break me down.
or what is it?
I don't
Spruce.
remember
I think
now.
I think it's spruce.
Yeah, I think it is Spruce, something like that. Anyway, Lady Rock, what do you got?
I have a list of actors who people agree play the same character. So
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman did make the
Jason
list.
Had
yeah,
to.
because they say that he always plays a self-deprecating,
Yep.
unenthusiastic, dry humor guy.
Has the same delivery in every movie, but dadgummit, I like him. Like, I don't care. Except for when he played like a murderer recently.
Did you guys watch that movie where he's
Yes.
he's like the hitman
No.
at an airplane or
Yes.
at an airport?
It was good.
He was great in that.
Yeah. He stepped out of that role twice. There was another one like it was a murder thing and he was the murderer.
Well, and you've got
He was good in
Ozark.
those. Ozark, yeah. But he's still that
Is he still?
self-deprecating
Oh, okay, I
guy.
haven't seen it.
Yeah. Like, so, yeah, he plays the same guy, but he's really good at it. Like, he's somebody I don't mind seeing play that same role.
Another one is your favorite, Ryan Reynolds.
He does. It's
He
the same
plays
character.
A self-aware,
Quippy.
snarky anti-hero.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he's in Free Guy or in the Hitman's Bodyguard's wife's bodyguard thing. He is the same. A Safe Room. He was in or Safe House. He was good in Safe. He's good though. Like I like him and stuff, but he's the same character.
Okay. Another one, Aubrey Plaza.
Yes.
Her
She
characters are
wrote that
always
in.
eccentric.
Yeah.
I can't
What
get
word?
past her
Eccentric.
eccentric.
No, because she's not eccentric.
She's dark. She's melancholy in a lot of things.
Yeah, like
But-
emo.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. She plays that same character. But then when you see her in a role where she's not that, I don't like her. Like she's so good at it. With the one exception, she was in a movie where she was she was in that the movie you're following so intently. Justin Baldini and
Baldoni?
Oh, she was
and
in that?
She was in that as like one of the oh wait, no, was that was Mona Lisa? Never mind.
Okay.
She
she was,
yeah,
she-
the
she
Mona
played,
Lisa
like, the
girl.
But
best
Mona
friend.
Lisa plays the same character, but she was in that and she was really good.
I like that actress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other ones that made the list are Seth Rogen,
Yeah.
Vin Diesel, and
Yes.
Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah.
Oh, I
always
love
sorta
Zooey
the,
Deschanel, though.
the girl with bangs and glasses.
Yeah, she's a little dorky.
Yeah, but
a
then
little odd,
she's
Yeah.
hot.
little different.
I think
Yeah.
even within that though, there's like actors if they didn't mention them, like Jason Statham, always the same
Sure.
guy. He's like unassuming. Oh, I'm actually
Raspy
like,
talking.
gonna beat
I'm
everyone
gonna
up.
break your.
Dwayne
I'm gonna
John-
beat you with
oh.
your own arm.
Yeah. Dwayne Johnson also plays the same character.
Yeah.
In every movie, it's just Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, but he's good at it.
Oh, I love it.
You're like,
Yeah.
he'll do some mug to the camera and then a
Yeah.
weird eyebrow thing.
Because
Yeah.
you can't
but
can't.
doesn't Kevin Hart do that too?
Oh, 100%. It's, with
Yeah.
those people, they can't, like, Dwayne Johnson can't act out of the muscles
Right.
that he has, and Kevin Hart can't act out of the short
shortness.
guy.
Yeah. But there are some people that you accept it from. And you're like, okay, that's.
You love it.
I've always wondered how actors like, because they have the same voice, so they're not changing their voice for roles. But the really good actors, how you feel this different persona from them, but they're still the same voice in essence. You know, like Mel Gibson if he's in something, or or what was the guy Dances with Wolves? Kevin Costner. Like he's very similar, but he's really good at different nuances, and you believe they're that character. And I don't know how they do that. It's a crazy thing.
It's
People have said that about me with I Can Only Imagine
Yeah.
1 and 2
yeah.
coming
And
up
eventually
to
3.
if I can get into the trilogy of I Can Only Imagine trilogy.
Do you think Bart's just sitting there thinking, like, man, I need something else tragic to happen in
I
my
know,
life? So
I'm
I can
hoping.
do
I
could
pray for it.
never-
I pray
you
for
could,
it.
Oh my gosh. You can never make fun of any actress or actor
Yeah.
who just says yes to anything and everything. Like, what's his face?
Nicolas
Cage.
Cage? 100%.
Just get out
You
of
can't
debt.
because you are
Is that why you
the
want to act
Nicolas
so bad?
Cage
When-
of Christian movies.
When you are on your way up, you got to take anything
Yeah.
you get. 100%. I'm on my way up, and so
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't peaked yet, so yeah, I have to take everything I can get. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's gonna be some stinkers in there, I'm sure.
It'll be cool. I do hope. I do look forward to the day that they call you to set,
Yeah.
and I want both. I want to go. I'm not gonna. If you maybe you want Betty there, but I also want to go because she's good at socials. But I do want to go.
I'm
I
gonna
want to
ha-
go see I've never been to a film set.
I will tell you
before.
this: it is cool. Like
It
it's
sounds
fun.
neat.
Like when I did the first, I Can Only Imagine 1. When I started that,
time.
this was. I will say this: it was the weirdest thing. So I show up to a radio studio in
Yeah.
like Wyoming or somewhere. I forget where
went
I
to
was,
Wyoming?
or Montana. I forget where I was.
You
It
went
was
to Montana.
it was one of those places. It's all the same.
We have
But
so many of those here.
I had my own trailer. Like they had a trailer
Did
with
you
my
really?
name on it. I'm not making this up.
I
It
wonder
was,
if
He's
they-
not making this up,
ridiculous.
guys.
Because I guess if they have, let's say they have 20 trailers,
Yeah.
and like at this point in time, we have these people in to act, and then the role is done, and then you bring in these. So that makes some sense.
But I mean, for someone that was a nothing, nobody in it, and I'll only say that once. But like then, so I go to like hair and makeup, but I'm in my own trailer. It was ridiculous. But being on the set for like a day, it was really fun. Like you get inspired. You're like, oh, this is a fun business.
Yeah, because it looks like they probably have just 100 plus people there to do something.
To do the simplest little things. Yeah,
so true.
She's
so jealous.
I
didn't say anything.
Betty Rock plays the same character all the time too. Yeah, yeah, she plays the same character that just hates me.
Oh, thank you.
I wish they would give her a role.
Oh, Betty. Yeah,
just
me? For sure.
Just something
I wouldn't
to
do it.
rip you down.
Are you kidding me? This is not worth my time.
Really.
I don't even like Mercy Me.
Joy from Middays it kills her because she wants to be in there so bad. Like she was signed up to be an extra and stuff, and I'm like, I'll wave at you.
Oh
yeah, she comes up to talk to you like, I don't talk to.
Yeah, sorry.
Stop breathing my air,
ma'am.
peasant.
I won't sign that.
Where's my manager? Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I think. Do you have birthdays?
I do. I have one.
Let's do it up.
This one is from Claire. Our Claire.
Again, Claire. That was the other day. Yesterday.
She said, "Hey guys, it's Claire from Huntsville. Back in the day, her husband Connor. I guess he's celebrating a birthday today.
Connor and Claire. That is so cute,
isn't it?" Said he's funny, good at games, and loves our dog Reggie.
Oh, that's a great.
That's a
way
good dog
too
name.
much.
That's a good dog
Can
name.
you love a dog too much? I don't think so. No.
When you go
They're
to
just
the
little babies.
No, when you go to the vet and you're holding your actual son, and you've got the person across the table who's like, okay, so like, what's going on with the baby? And I look over, I'm like, oh, he's he's fine. He's a dog. I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do that to
me. How many forearm tattoos and blue hair did the vet tech have?
Stop it.
It's true.
Stop it.
Blue hair.
Yeah, am I wrong? I'm not wrong.
We're in birthdays. Let's move on.
But I'm not wrong.
Okay, here's the question. Connor's been known to get the giggles at inappropriate times. What was a time that happened to you that you got the giggles, and how bad was it?
I've had it happen on the air sometimes where something like has been said, and I know it's like a tragic story, but then I'm just trying not to laugh. This happened one time too.
What's funny about that?
I don't know.
No, it's so
you
hard.
get it in your head.
Yeah.
One time we were talking about kids being bullied, and this girl called in, and her story was that like her name was Michelle, and kids called her Michellephant, and Gavin had to walk out of the room because he was. Well, I know, but I mean, it was one of those things you couldn't help it. I was trying not to laugh too, like because as someone that didn't live it, you're like, oh, that is kind of creative.
You have this understanding of how bad it is.
Yes.
But for us who unfortunately have dark humor,
right?
That hit a note that at one point when you feel that your stomach kind of go in and out, and you're like, I had to step out of the room. Obviously, like stepping out of the room because it was funny. Yeah. In that again dark humor moment. Yeah. And it would have been so awful to have had her hear me laugh.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you're like, I don't want this to be the case, and obviously that's in the past for her. But that was I did
tough.
It wasn't
like tough
that.
so much for Michelle as it was for Gavin and
Gavin.
Wally.
Yeah, for sure. Please feel for me. I'm a bad person.
I would say my worst was, I don't think I laughed, but it doesn't matter because I still made it really bad. I was doing traffic for the station.
That's crazy that we used to do.
You used to do traffic, yeah.
Yeah, and I can't find my way out of a paper bag. Like it's bad. So anyway,
go right.
Yeah, I really don't know. So anyways, it comes up on the screen. It says that there's a fatality on 65.
Oh no.
And
what's a fatality? Did anyone know what a fatality is?
I'm in the middle of saying this, and I'm live on the air, and I'm like, and there's a fatality on 60. And as I'm saying 65, my microphone falls off the stand and hits the ground.
I can't control that.
It was, I yelled, I didn't cuss, but I did say a word that probably shouldn't be reiterated on a Christian station. And my boss, who was Connie at the time, came back there and he was like, is everything good? And I was like, yep. But funny. I felt so bad because I'm over there and made it look so bad, and it was a fatality. I'm really sorry to that person.
I've had words that have been said wrong where, like at Radio Disney or here, you're just speaking. You speak for a living, and so you say a word inappropriately. Like you'll say an inappropriate word by accident and you cannot laugh. Like you can't even admit or pause like you said it. You have to just keep going.
You did that on Disney?
Oh yeah. And so like, I remember one time, like my partner and I, we both looked at each other and we were like, and we both looked down and just kept talking, talk, pull the mics down and then just lost it.
I'm shocked you didn't lose your job.
Yeah, it's literally a slip of the tongue. It wasn't like, it was just saying the wrong word. Like, it wasn't like I cussed because I was frustrated or anything. I was saying a word and I said the wrong word by accident.
I see.
Yeah. No, and so that way, when it's inadvertent, you can't acknowledge
that
it.
That happened to my mom one time. She was doing a class. She was doing some kind of like teaching people how to do this program or whatever at her work. And she needed to say, she was live and she said, now I need you to turn to the third page. But she got her words jumbled up and she said turd
page.
Oh, see, that's funny.
And she just had to keep going and she was like, oh my gosh, I just said turd.
Yeah,
but that's cute
way.
from your mom. Yeah. Mine was more actionable.
I'm proud that you keep your mouth clean on the radio, given how
you
are off air.
Wait a minute, no, I'm not.
Your mom would be so
no,
disappointed.
I am not, Mama. That's not true. You know it.
Biblical. No, but it is hard. Not hard, but like if you do talk enough, like your mind trying to keep up with your mouth, trying to keep up with your your mind trying to keep up with your mouth is not easy, especially for how much you talk on any given day into this microphone.
And being of lower than average intelligence, it does. You got a lot of factors working against you.
It's not easy.
All right. Well, I think that's going to have to do it for our Aftercast for today. And as always, we thank you for being a potty. See, we thank you, and I said thanks you. And so, it's happening.
Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.